Hello everyone and welcome back in another video. In today's video I am going to explain the Google Sheet. Google Sheet is a cloud services or cloud application, which means we don't need to install anything in our computer. We can only go to the browser and just using a browser to access this application. So it is a kind of a cloud computing. We know that cloud computing, there is three kinds or three categories of cloud computing. Or we can say there's three main types or main models in the cloud computing, which is software as a service and platform as a service and infrastructure as a service. Of course, there is many other types, but those are the main types here. So Google Sheet, we can categorize Google Sheet in the software as a service. So it is a software, a type of software, but here we don't need to install it in our computer. For example, Google Sheet exactly like Excel in the Microsoft package. So Excel, in order to using Excel, we need to install it in our computer. But for the Google Sheet, we don't need to do that. Just go to the internet using any kind of browser like Google Chrome or Google Edge or anything, any type of, or for example, Firefox. And then just go to Google. You should have an account in email or Gmail, and then you can access or just log in the Google account, in your Google account, and then you can using the Google Sheet. So you don't need to install anything. Maybe your computer is not good enough or not powerful enough to run, for example, the last version of Excel. So instead you can just go to Google and using the last version of Google Sheet. Of course, you can using that in the computer by a browser or in the mobile. By the browser in the mobile, or you can just install the Google Sheet from the App Store or the Google Play inside your mobile. So here we will start with that. If we just I have this Google, I just go to the browser and open google.com. Then I have to sign into my Gmail account. So you can using any of your accounts in Gmail, university email or any other type of email. For example, I have to using this this account here, username, and then add the password and just normally enter to your Gmail account. Then from here we have all application, or you can say cloud application or cloud services for Google. So here, just from here, Google Apps applications, we can see we have a Google Sheet or just Sheet here, Sheets. So this one here, just click on it and we can open it very easy. So we have a templates, we have a blank or anything. For example, I need a blank, nothing inside it, like just empty page, and you can just using like Excel. If you just see the interface of the Google Sheet exactly like Excel. So we have a toolbars, just a little bit different. Of course, Excel there is more powerful, or Excel there is many other commands or many other tools in the Excel, but here it is like a little bit simpler than Excel. So this is my mobile, for example. I can just go to the Google Play. So just try to find the Google Play Store here, because Android. I just try to searching for Sheets or Google Sheet. Same thing for App Store. You can just find it, Sheets for example, or just Google Sheet. This one here. So you can see here about more than 500 million downloads. So you can just press to install this application in your mobile. So just waiting to install this application. So now after complete, just press the open to open the application. So here I can skip everything here. Here just show me some files in my mobile locally, so I can open those files using the Google Sheet. But for example, I don't need to do that now. I just go to the plus here to add a new page or a new sheet here with Google Sheet. So here, as you can see, we have a Google Sheet, also like Excel file, and here of course you can do anything. You can write anything you want inside it. You need just double click on the cell and you can enter anything you want here in the cell, and you can add images and everything like in the computer. So now we return back to computer here in the browser. So here in the browser, the first thing we have file. We can share this page or this sheet here. I'll explain that later. Now we have a new here, for example, so I can create a new spreadsheet again. We have open. If you have in the computer or in the Google Drive and like a Google sheet or like a sheet, previous sheet, so I can just open it from here. We have also import, to import on a file, an Excel file also, or import a sheet file here. In the file as well, we have a download, so we can download this application in our computer locally as an Excel file, or maybe as a PDF if you want, or any type CSV or anything from here. So for example, I would download it as a PDF file. So just from here, you can download it. Here, I don't have anything, it's empty file, so just export to download it locally in my computer. Now here, as you can see, we have a PDF file. In the file as well, we have email, so I can send this file to my email. For example, here, if you just go here, I can write something, for example, send this file to email. So from here, file and then email, and email this file. So I need just to go to write the email, any email, for example, and then send it. So for example, I will add my email here and try to send it to my email. So I just add my email here. I can send it as a PDF file or as an Excel file or just a spreadsheet like Google Sheet. So anything you want, for example, PDF or Excel. I just select that and then send. Now this file is sent to my email. I can just try that from here. I can sign into my my email here, this email, because I send it to this email. So sign in and just try to find next here. Next, to add a password, and next. Now I open it. Just go to Gmail to find this, send it from my other account. So here you can see, send it to me. If I just open it, I can see the file here. I can download it or just open this file and working with this file. Send this email exactly like this file. So I can just send it by the email. Here also we have rename, so I can add a name to the spreadsheet here. So I can make it, for example, test or any name, just from here and just go back. In the file also we have move, to change the position or change the location of this file in the Google Drive, because our file is automatically saved in the Google Drive. I'll see here, if you just click here or see here, see document status, click here, all change, save it to Drive. So automatically, if you do anything, everything will automatically save it in the Google Drive. So you don't need to save anything in your locally in your computer. Maybe I don't have enough space in the hard drive in my computer locally. So everything, we don't need to save anything in your computer. Everything in the cloud, everything in the servers for Google company. So here, save it in the Google Drive. Now if I just go to Google Drive here, Google Drive, this one. Google Drive is like a hard drive but on the internet. So we don't need to save anything. So now I have this file test. I don't do anything, automatically save it here in the Google Drive. So anytime you can just return back and you can find your file here and you can open it again and you can working with this file. So everything will automatically save in the Google Drive. Then in the file also we have rename, move, we can publish to the web. I can just create like a link here by the link and say publish. Okay. And I have this link. I can share it in the Twitter, Facebook, or Gmail, or anywhere, or just send it by the WhatsApp, for example, or anywhere to anybody. This is from publish. This is everything about file. That's the important thing in the file. We can share, we can new, open, import, download, send it by email, change the name, move, or publish in the web. In the edit, of course, we can do everything like undo or redo, like Control-C, Control-Z. So we can do it here just by the keyboard, for example, or by the email. For example, here I write something and I can say Control-Z to return back or redo and undo. So I can do anything from here. For example, delete column, delete row. I will explain that. So for example, I can just add something here. For example, ID, and here I have a name. Like Excel, I don't need to explain everything in details because exactly I explained everything in the Excel. So here, for example, I will add 1 and 2 as well, and just select both and here autofill to make an autofill. Here I can add the names, for example IB. For example, I add the names. I can just select this table. I create it like a table. I mean, for example, here we have alignment, so I can make alignment in the middle, everything horizontally. I can add a border from here, all border or any type of borders from here. I can just add all border. I can just select the header here and change the background color just from here to the black. I change the font color to the white, for example. Make it bold here. I can change the size of the font or font size from here. Change the type, of course, of the font here. For example, I will make it like this, so I can do anything just from here. Here I can add, for example, another column between ID and name. So also like Excel, you should go to header and then right click and insert one left. I can delete that, right click and delete, only delete this column, so I delete the column. I can also insert a new row, right click here and create row here, so I add a new row, or I can delete this row again, right click and delete. I can delete the cell, for example, the cell, just right click and delete cell. So when I delete the cell, I need to replace this with another cell. So I can delete it and shift to the left another cell, or shift it to up, for example. So for example, shift to up. Now I delete D and I find E. E after D, so shift E to the up. And just Control Z to return back or undo. Here, for example, I can add another one here. I can just select that and go here and duplicate it. So I can add a salary, for example, or sal. And here I can add some numbers. So for example, so here it is number, so I can add a dollar sign, for example. I can just select this all, and here we have a number, percentage, or currency, for example, for the dollar. So I can just add currency and automatically add dollar, or from here you can just add dollar or make it percentage, for example. I can delete the zeros from here after the comma, or just make it dollar again. So you just can add everything from here. Here you can add functions, also like Excel. We have a sum function, average function, count, max, min, and so on. We have many types of functions here. Of course, you can using if function, you can using vlookup function, and anything you want. So for example, the salary, I can using here sum. So just sum here, open the bracket. So just select everything here and enter. So I add the summation for that. Or just from here, for example, I need to using the average. So just select average and then add everything and enter. So for example, here I can using if function, for example. So just if function, for instance, this value, if this value, for example, greater than 1000, just the greater than, I need to write good. Otherwise, write bad. So here, enter. Here will be bad because not a less than is equal 1000. So you can just autofill here, and you can find if it is greater than, just if it is greater than 1000, add good. So just only this one greater than 1000. All of them less than 1000 or equal 1000. We can using vlookup, some function, any function. We can using a formula, for example, just here equal and this number plus this number plus this number, for example, and enter. So it is a formula here. As I said, everything like Excel. In the insert here in the view, nothing important. So we can, for example, make a zoom or full screen or something like this. I can just delete the grid line from here, or just add it again. But in the insert here, we can just insert row or column. As I said, we can just do that from here. We don't need to go to the insert, or just go to insert to add the row or delete the rows or anything, or add a column or delete the column or cells or anything. Here you can add a chart, for example, as well. So for example, I can just select that here, select all the table here, then go to insert and then chart. So I can add a new chart automatically depending on this table, of course. So here this is a chart. You can just delete that. You can resize the chart, select it and resize it from here and add it here. For example, I can change the type of the chart. Just right click. For example, you can do anything, select anything from here, chart style to open this window or this list here, and go to setup. So I can change the type of the chart. For example, I need to make it pie chart. So here's type pie chart. Okay, and just make a pie chart here. You can just right click again and legend. You can just working with the customize the chart. For example, working with chart style, you can add another style, another color, and anything just from here. That's about the chart. In the insert, of course, we have image as well, so you can add image inside the cell or image over the cell. Over the cell, just a normal image. Inside cell, just inside one cell, we will add the image. So just this one, for example, and you can upload it from your computer locally, or just go to Google image search, searching for any type of image. For example, anything, you just add airplanes, for example, or any type of picture. You can just select this one here and insert to automatically insert Excel from insert the image from the internet. So here, as you can see, we have this image or this picture inserted from the internet. This thing from the insert, we can insert a new function, link, for example, and anything you want. Format also, you can bold, italic, or you can just make it from here. You don't need to go to format. From format or from here, you can do that. Data also, like an Excel, we have like sort data from I to Z, from Z to I, add the filters or something like this. We have a tools here. It's not very important now, but just you should know that we have some tools. Add ones. You can add another like plugins or other applications working with the Google Sheet or the help. So you can find any help about Google Sheets. So you can find the help in the internet. Also, of course, we have here this one's called for name box like Excel, so you can find the name of the cell here. For example, this cell H2, so you can find H2 here. Also formula bar, so if I add a formula here, so for example select that, so there is a formula behind that, right? Here there is a formula which is f function or function. So this is everything about how we can install and how we can working with the Google Sheet. In the next lecture, I will explain how to share your Google Sheet. You can create a Google Sheet, complete everything, and then share it with your friend or with anyone you want. So I hope you understand that, and thank you very much.